Hello everyone, and welcome to Petit Piano Tutorials. This video is on an exercise that I developed in order to increase trill stamina, speed, and fluency. Trills at the piano can be very difficult because unlike many other instruments like strings like violin or cello, the piano can trill with 10 fingers instead of just 5. And so you have necessarily a lot more combinations to work with. You have 10 possible finger combinations within each hand. And the shape of the piano, you can do 7 different possible combinations of white and black keys. So the 10 finger combinations are the thumb paired with 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then the pointer finger paired with 3, 4, and 5. Middle finger paired with 4 and 5. And the fourth finger paired with 5. And so you can have all those combinations between any 2 notes. Then the 7 combinations of white and black key are you can have 2 blacks, a black going up to a white in a half step, then the same thing in a whole step. Then you can have a white going up to a black in a half step, and a white going up to a black in a whole step. Then you can have 2 whites in a half step, and 2 whites in a whole step. So with all different situations of that, you can have the 10 finger combinations and the 7 white-black key variations. You can actually have 70 different ways that trills can appear in various pieces. You know, I might be trilling with 2-4 on a black-white, or 3-5 on a white-white. You know, or all of these things. So depending on the pieces you're playing, you may be good at 1-2 trills in your Mozart sonata, and then 3-5 trills in your Bach French suite or something may be going terribly, and you go, well, why is that? Because if I'm good at 1 trill, I should be good at the others. And that's why. It's because they feel different in each finger and on the layout of the piano. So the exercise I'm about to show you solves that problem really efficiently in equally practicing all the different combinations of trills you can possibly play and getting through them really quickly and still getting work done on them. So let me play this exercise for you once slowly, and then I will go through and describe how to practice it and what the actual notes are. The whole thing. So, it's an exercise in contrary motion. So when the left hand goes to the right hand goes to the left. So the hands are either always going inward or outward away from each other. So the specific notes are, you start on just the left hand. You start on A flat with a whole step. 2 blacks going up. And the way you work this pattern is you alternate between the bottom going up a half step and then the top going up a half step. So A flat and B flat here. The bottom is A flat, and if that goes up a half step, it's A. And you play that. Then the top goes up a half step from B flat to B. And you keep repeating that until you get yourself to B and C sharp. And so the whole thing up is this. You play each group of 2 notes 4 times just for stamina practice and everything. So once you get there, you work your way back down just the same way. Now the top moves down a half step and the bottom moves down a half step, and you alternate until you get back to the 2 black keys you started on. And again, 4 times each here is the pattern. Just like that. So that is the whole study in the left hand. In the right hand is the exact same idea in reverse. So you start on A flat and go down to G flat, and then you know the top moves down, bottom moves down, top moves down, bottom moves down, blah blah blah, and you work yourself all the way down to F and E flat. And once you get there, then you work yourself back up by going bottom, moving up a half step from E flat to F, and then you go to E natural to F. Then the top moves up a half step from E to F sharp, etc. And you work yourself back up to A flat and G flat where you started. So here's the whole right hand. That is the entire study, hands alone, and then what you do is just practice the hands together, and you will see that the hands line up perfectly. When you're playing 2 blacks in one hand, you're playing 2 blacks in the other. And when you're playing white, black, you're playing white, black. And white, white with white, white. And that's called symmetrical inversion. If you don't know how the keyboard is laid out like that, you can watch my video on symmetrical inversion. It's just a mirror image on A flat, how the whites will be with whites and the blacks will be with blacks if you go chromatically inward towards each other or outward towards each other. So I will provide a link for that symmetrical inversion video right here if you have not seen it and you don't know what that is. But if you do, then you can easily see this trill exercise, how that works. It's a perfect mirror image of all 7 white and black key combinations. And the whole exercise takes about 30 seconds to play with 4 repetitions each. That means if you repeat it 10 times to get every finger combination possible, the whole exercise only takes about 5 minutes. And if you do that every morning, then in a month or 2 you'll get really solid in your trills, and that's every trill you will see in any piece in the repertoire. So it's been very effective for me, kind of gotten me more speed and fluency, and the way I practice it is just very high fingered, just to really get those the knuckles working, and then the idea of it is to not sound too robotic, so you still want to shape the trills. You can start soft and then maybe on the 3rd one have your climax and then kind of back off again. Kind of have those swells of sound so that you shape your trills, because a lot of good trills in actual piano playing should be shaped. You don't want just, you know, if you have these even really small swells, it's more exciting. You know, in these sort of Mozart sonatas or Beethoven, or it doesn't really matter what piece you're playing, trills are more exciting if they're shaped well and have a sort of a musical breath to them. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. Please let me know of feedback or any ideas you have off of this. Let me know if it's working for you, and if it doesn't, let me know of that too. So if you have any questions, send me an email at pianoapprentice@hotmail.com, or you can contact me through my website and other YouTube channel provided in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.